The company started in 1972 in a old small coal warehouse. So everything that was produced there was black from the old coal that was everywhere. So we went, my father and a friend of his, they were two guys working day and night, and then they moved, and eventually we found this where we are situated today, and today we are 25 employees, and we are manufacturing about 100 tons a year in aluminum. We do everything from windows to private persons to big projects, hotels, car dealerships, of course for the Gothenburg city as well, hospitals, everything. A funny thing is that my father perhaps is one of the most analog persons alive at this moment, but the funny thing is that he actually already in the early 80s had software for manufacturing aluminum doors and windows. He was one of the first in Scandinavia. But then we took a small pause for 20 years, and we started to look at it again in the end of the 90s. And well, I guess for the demands we had in a software and what we could choose from, Orga was the only product that could fit our needs, basically. Our need was we wanted to have software that wasn't connected to the aluminum supplier, that we could choose if we would want to buy from Hydro or from Reiners or even from Logikal or whatever system, or if, like we have done, we have developed an own system which we also have in Logikal. This was, we could never do this before, since the software was connected to the aluminum supplier. We choose to use multiple suppliers of aluminum for the simple reason that our head supplier was very small in the private market. They didn't have sliding doors, they didn't have folding doors, they didn't have actually windows that was opening outwards, which made us, and it's a very nice system, that's not the problem, but for the private market it was terrible. This is about 15 years ago. And then we started to use Reiners, a Belgian company, and different brands in Europe which were very good in the private market. There is not one supplier that have everything, so it's better to pick the best parts from different of them. And of course it's the price. The price is also important. Some days supplier 1 could be much cheaper than supplier 2. And in half a year it could be the other way around. And by pressing a button at this moment we know where to buy it. That's of course very important, especially today, as the market is very, very tough. Of course it's easier when you have a software that controls the CNC machines and the cutting machines. I mean 15 years ago we didn't have CNC machines, we had punching machines, and they were very locked to the system. You could only use one profile, you couldn't go from one supplier to another, and you couldn't have a stock with 50 different punching machines. It was unfeasible. So of course the CNC machines made it possible to go between different systems, and today you have the software that can control the CNC machine, and it doesn't matter if whatever supplier you buy the aluminum from, you get it from the same software. So of course Logikal and the CNC machine made it possible to use multiple aluminum systems.
Hi, I'm Mattias Kjellberg, and I'm the area sales manager for Orga Scandinavia. So with new customers, then we usually start with the basic training for 2 or 3 days, covering the basic things in Logikal, including machinings, if that's something they use. And after those 2-3 days, then it's important that they get to use Logikal on their own for a while. And I think the best thing is to have, after 4 or 5 weeks, a follow-up day to go through questions and also show some more possibilities. And after that, then they are usually quite self-going, I would say. And what's important after that is, of course, to have follow-up trainings.